As more and more people are actually managing to get contest mode done through a flurry of loadout swaps, Lord of Wolves, Thunderlord, and all of the damage supers possible, people are finally getting access to the Whirling Ovation rocket launcher, which I feel like Bungie just copy and pasted from some of their old works and just kind of carried on into the future. So, what does it do? Well, there's this nifty little bit here about its main perk, Coronal Culmination, where you hold the charge, release the fire, and charged projectiles have a delayed solar payload. The Destiny flavoring being that the charge speed of this weapon will slowly increase over time, but anticipation builds more quickly as you deal more damage with other weapons. Basically, the more damage you do, the quicker you get charge time, and if you use other weapons, the charge time increases even more, and there is a catalyst to come out later. So, if you want to know how it operates, right here is how slow the charge time is, about almost 5 whole seconds to get a full charge off the rip, and it fires the strand rocket that explodes that has a solar, payload or solar projectile right behind. So not only is it copying original Dragon's Breath, but I have a feeling that they kind of pulled some of the inspiration from their previous works of Halo Reach. So here we are in Halo Reach Forge in 2025. Fucking imagine. But regardless, this is the plasma launcher, which is basically the rocket launcher that Destiny added. If you don't believe me, rocket launcher, you cannot reload it. It has a charge time, one single mag. You press and hold and you charge for quite some time and you fire multi-shot barrage. While the plasma caster may fire 4 shots in its barrage, pretty much the other rocket launcher, same thing in the baseline. Mega long charge followed with a multi-shot payload. You can see where I'm going with this. From the Destiny 2 team, we enjoyed watching the Desert Perpetual World First Race and contest attempts / completions through the weekend, but also want to let everyone know we are tracking feedback items and issue reports that have been coming in from the community, as if they weren't watching people play this raid for the last 48 hours plus. A few higher priority raid conversations we are looking into this week. Power deltas for the contest raid difficulty. We're seeing reports of enemies being at a higher delta than what the activity advertises. Example, enemies having a skull icon next to them instead of a sword. We will investigate. The idea that Bungie has to investigate that problem after the last 48 hours of streaming, of running, of racing. Every streamer I looked at, there was enemies with skull icons next to their name. If the skull icon next to their name means the power delta was higher than advertised, you don't need to investigate that, Bungie. It was primely exampled right there, or primely shown right there. And Proteus, the tweet I just showed last week, covered the math perfectly and showed you that the light is not matching. The fact that you have to investigate that, as opposed to saying, it is a problem, we need to fix it. Some smaller wrap-ups in terms of this section is PC crashes after 5+ hours with certain hardware configurations, which, considering I saw people stuck on the same boss for 12 hours, yeah, that would be a problem. Then there's the rally flags just straight up not working consistently, with multiple people not getting rally flags. Yeah, that was a big issue when it comes to contest and needing all of the ammo. Feedback items Bungie is seeing. Some players are concerned that clearing this content required loadout swapping, lengthy ad clear phases to stockpile ammo, and near perfect execution. Related, some players feel contest difficulty may have been tuned too high for this raid, so that only an incredibly small portion of the community could have a shot at completing it. Flat out, yes, the strats were loadout swapping multiple times in a damage phase, lengthy ad clear phases to stockpile ammo and build up buffs like on New Land Beyond, and near perfect execution. Theoretically, the only thing that's needed there is the near perfect execution for a contest raid. I would know. I've had the experience from Crota of getting him onto his last stand needs. It takes the perfect execution and a few just nice examples of ammo drops and a variety. It's not the need to loadout swap or to spend 50 hours building up ad clears and ammo and, God, buffs. I'm sorry, I'm standing over my words because this is annoying me. Then, we wish to have contest mode to challenge your loadouts, your teamwork, and your puzzle-solving abilities. The highest end of damage has been reported to feel that is required far more than expected. Yes, I was watching plenty of people default to loadout swapping in the middle of damage phase so they can get as much done as possible. Each raid we've shipped has been unique, especially at contest difficulty. This will continue, and for our players who desire challenge, do not worry, we will continue to offer it. That said, you will use feedback from this weekend to inform our future as we continue to develop these experiences. So if you want an example of the fact that this raid might have actually been tuned too high, look at Rikakis' video, where he admits that maybe he's just chained and he doesn't have this theme as before, but this is one of the raiders that, among the past of Destiny, was regular in the contest mode completion, and in the video he put out Saturday, he pretty much just, or Saturday or Sunday, I forget, either way, he pretty much has said flat out, I think I'm gonna put in the towel for this one because I legitimately think I'm not good enough for this. The fact that a regular contest raider is saying that means that this was probably overbearing in its difficulty, not to mention what is needed to actually get this done. Then they are looking into reward quality. What tier rewards within the raid are dropping at within contest difficulty in their power in relation to yours. There are ways to increase your reward quality in normal difficulty via raid feats, and we'll be watching feedback around these systems as players get deeper into them. It is not an exhaustive list of the feedback or issues we have seen come through, but we want to let you know we are monitoring the conversation. Please share what your thoughts are below, and we will keep eyes on this thread as we start digging into these items. The follow-up being that they expect some updates on alternate investigations they've been in, sprint bugs, audio issues, etc. So, right here is a tweet that pretty much sums it up all together. Sprint bug, rally bug, memory leaks, fire rate bugs, instant bugs, hit registration bugs, can't do mechanics because you've been in the raid too long and need to reset the bug, ammo not dropping bugs, ammo inventory bugs. Then right here, a continuation, devour not proccing on melee strand on prismatic warlock too randomly. It has been just bug-ridden of a raid. There's no way to say it. It is infested with bugs everywhere. And just top to bottom, this says we are not, or how do I say this? This says we are not confirming we fucked up yet, which Bungie needs to start doing because there is too much evidence to say that they shipped this raid raw and uncooked. Because, like right here, power deltas, it was absolutely clear there was enemies with skull icons next to their names instead of swords. There is no need to investigate or see if this is true. You can just say, we acknowledge it, and we are fixing it. If you say we investigate, that suggests we're not sure if this is actually a thing, so we're still looking into it, which is some bullshit. Then PC crashes after 5+ hours. I'm gonna be honest, that's just new experience or new expansion things. That usually just keeps happening with every new expansion, but Bungie should definitely get better at fixing, you know, PC crashes after just being in an instance forever. Then the rally flag's not working. I have no idea how that happened or variety, but it was just a very big problem. Then, feedback on lengthy add clear phases to stockpile ammo, near perfect execution, and the practical requirement to loadout swap. Yeah, that's a big problem considering how much Bungie has been trying to kill loadout swapping metas, then ships a raid that you must loadout swap in order to actually get it done. I don't know. It's just ridiculous at this point. And then in the back end, the reward quality. Contest mode raids dropping tier 1 loot was, like I mentioned, insulting for those that were actually putting in the time to get this one done. And I get that normal mode will have, you know, the feats or whatever extra modifiers to drop higher tier loot. This is like the exotics only going as high as tier 3. Raid loot should be minimum tier 3, like, period. If you're gonna demand people use this new tier system, raid loot should be the pinnacle of what's available. The only thing higher is the master tier raid loot, which that theoretically should drop at tier 5. And the basic raid, tier 3, at least, in the brand idea of it. It's a raid. It is the source of the best gear in the game, theoretically. It should not be tier 1, period, even if it's a version that is the lightest version. Anyway, that's all I wanted to discuss today. The fact that the rocket launcher just introduced to Destiny is just a Destiny-flavored plasma launcher from Halo Reach, and the fact that Bungie is investigating the bugs that were very clearly advertised through thousands of screens over the weekend. And with that, I will see you in the next video.